Is it feminist to turn a blind eye to, or even worse, support, women being forced to hide their bodies, being married off as children, or being beaten or sexually assaulted? The Quran and Hadith support all of that and more. Most people don't expect feminism from Islamist Saudi Arabia, but what about when Islam is practiced in the West? Many intersectional Western feminists believe Islam is fully compatible with their views. The Huffington Post even published an article headlined, "Muslims are the true feminists." Linda Sarsour was one of the lead organizers of the Women's March, yet has publicly advocated Sharia law and said Ayaan Hirsi Ali, an ex-Muslim victim of FGM, or female genital mutilation, should have her vagina taken away. The intersectional feminist defense of Islam hurts not just women living under theocracies, but here in the West too. Yasmin Mohammed is the author of Unveiled: How Western Liberals Empower Radical Islam, her memoir of life in Canada under radical Islam. Yasmin's mother was an Islamic studies teacher who forced Yasmin to live under horrific abuse, all justified directly by the Quran and Hadith. Yasmin lived in a basement where her mother was an illegal second wife. Yasmin's stepfather brutally beat her, sanctioned by her mother, for accidentally violating even the smallest rules of Islam. As a teenager, Yasmin gained the courage to report her situation to social workers, hoping to be separated from her abusive family. But the judge in Yasmin's case ruled that corporal punishment wasn't against the law in Canada, and due to her culture, sometimes those punishments could be more severe than in the average Canadian household, and she was returned to her abusers. Yasmin wrote, "Beatings and sexual abuse are equally damaging to all children, whatever their culture. In their effort to be culturally sensitive, my own country ended up being viciously bigoted toward me instead. I knew that if I had come from a family of white parents, I would have been protected." Later, Yasmin was forcibly married to an abuser and jihadist terrorist. She was disallowed from leaving the house without her husband's guardianship and was forced to wear a full niqab. Her husband would not even let her near windows for fear a man might see her and her modesty would be damaged. After she had a child, her husband wanted her to send their daughter to the Middle East to undergo FGM. Luckily, Yasmin was able to escape before that could happen. Though what Yasmin endured is much more common under theocracy, there are many such instances in the West. In Michigan, up to 100 girls were found to have undergone FGM. Yasmin chose to author her story after an episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, in which Maher and neuroscientist Sam Harris argued that liberals need to stand up for liberal values, and that legitimate critique of the doctrine of Islam should not be smeared as Islamophobia. Panel guest Ben Affleck interrupted that point to call Maher and Harris gross and racist. Yasmin responded, "How will progress ever happen if criticism is considered bigotry? I needed to tell the world that it was not Sam who was being gross and racist, it was Ben. Imagine if Susan B. Anthony and all the other suffragettes were alive today, but instead of helping them in their emancipation, you chose to ignore them because you were afraid that supporting them might be misconstrued as bigotry or racism. I hope that you will share your honest thoughts and not be bullied into silence." I'm Beth Botcher. To support others, today Yasmin runs Free Hearts, Free Minds, a charity that helps individuals who have left Islam yet are living in Islamic countries. Thanks for watching.